Stewardship clearly has a lot to do with finances. How we spend our money, how we save our money, how we are generous with our money. Money is a big part of being a good steward. But even when it comes to money, it's usually not just about money. Political and religious leaders tested Jesus all the time. They wanted to catch him saying something wrong, so they could say, "Aha, gotcha. This proves that you can't be the Messiah." One area they tested him in was taxes. You may be too young to pay taxes yet, but here in the US, we all live under the system of separation of church and state. That's really what Jesus was dealing with too. Two groups of leaders went to Jesus, the Pharisees and the Herodians. The Pharisees were religious leaders. The Herodians were political leaders. Usually, they didn't get along, but they teamed up to trap Jesus. Let's read their interaction in Mark 12:13-17. Later, they sent some of the Pharisees and Herodians to Jesus to catch him in his words. They came to him and said, "Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity. You aren't swayed by others because you pay no attention to who they are, but you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it right to pay the imperial tax to Caesar or not? Should we pay or shouldn't we?" But Jesus knew their hypocrisy. "Why are you trying to trap me?" he asked. "Bring me a denarius and let me look at it." They brought the coin, and he asked them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" "Caesar's," they replied. Then Jesus said to them, "Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." And they were amazed at him. The Pharisees were basically trying to get Jesus to pledge allegiance to the hated Roman government, catching him in being an unfaithful follower of God. The Herodians were trying to get Jesus to pledge allegiance to God, catching him in being an unfaithful citizen. Jesus' answer, however, proved them both wrong. Jesus used the common currency of the day, a denarius, to make his point. It was about a day's wage. So today, in our context, imagine Jesus showing them a $100 bill. At federal minimum wage, that's a day's income. It's like Jesus was saying, "See the US president here on this bill? Pay the president taxes." That made the political leaders happy. Jesus wasn't saying that the government is the source of the money we receive. As we learned, God is the source of everything. Rather, citizens receive certain privileges and benefits and protection because they're citizens. That means we should honor that system by paying back into it. After all, Scripture tells us that God is in charge of all governments and worldly authority. Unfortunately, some people misunderstand our call as citizens and as Christians, mixing the two so much that they see their allegiance to the government as their allegiance to Jesus. This is called Christian nationalism, and it's not what Jesus was teaching. Yes, as a Christian, we should be paying taxes. Yes, as Christians, we should use our vote to speak up, but our political party does not equal being a true disciple of Jesus. In fact, Jesus took his teaching a step further. Just as the image of a president is on US currency, human beings bear an image too. We bear the image of God. We are to give to Caesar what is Caesar's. We give taxes and respect to authority to the government we live under. But much more importantly, we are to give to God what is God's. We bear his image, so we should give him our whole selves. We should be so fully committed to him, his word, and his son's example that everything we do looks like his love, his grace, his mercy, and generosity. Stewardship includes respecting authority. More importantly, it means giving our lives over fully to our Creator God, whose image we bear. As we live as citizens where he has placed us, we learn to honor our privileges by being good stewards. We learn to honor our rights by using our voice to speak up for those God speaks up for: the poor, the hurting, the broken, the lonely. We prepare for the future wisely, without worry, as we give our lives fully to God. This is biblical stewardship.